Let me ask you a question. Are you living the life of your dreams, or are you living the life that you kind of fell into? For me, most of my life, I've moved from one opportunity to another, and it wasn't necessarily by design or by, I'm really excited about this. And for example, my dad got me a job detailing buses. Okay, cool. I got a job, I need to pay bills, and I'm thankful for the lessons and my dad helping me out. But also, was that really moving me in the direction that I really wanted to go? And then I've also had jobs where I've landscaped, and I really do not mind the work, but I really feel like it was not getting me in the direction where I wanted to be. Now, of course, sometimes we gotta have a job to pay bills, but are we taking action that are giving us the best opportunity and moving the ball forward when it comes to the life that we really want? And for some people, the life that you want is financial freedom, fancy cars, fame, whatever it is, you have to move forward. So first, let's discuss false action. What I see false action is when I want to lose weight, I want to get really strong, or I want to start going to the gym. Well, there's things that I can do that are going to give me a dopamine hit that makes me feel really excited about the gym and gives me a feeling of accomplishment. And that could include buying a gym membership. It could be getting some fancy shoes and some nice attire to look good at the gym. You can even go as far as downloading the most amazing workout program. But you've done all of that, and that doesn't matter because you haven't actually taken real action. So that false action is everything that's setting you up and making you feel good, but you haven't gotten anywhere. Now, with that same example, but with real actions, I would say actually driving to the gym and working out for 1 hour. And it doesn't matter if you just worked out for one day, that's not going to get you there. You have to work out for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, or even your lifetime to really achieve the goals. But it's going to the gym for an accumulation of a lot of time that's gonna get you somewhere. And that's the real action. Just like this YouTube video, I can make 100 videos, but if I don't actually publish the videos, then how can I really do anything? So what is your dream life, and what are your fake versus real actions that you are taking right now? I wanna hear from you guys. So at the end of the day, this channel is dedicated to making your life more awesome, and the more I get to understand who you are, the better I can create content that is geared to you. When it comes to actually getting stuff done, what I like to do, and first and foremost, is I love to get a whiteboard and I write everything down, and I do prioritize the most important thing up at the top and then the least important thing down at the bottom. But one bonus tip that I like to do is write the estimated time it will take to complete that task. For example, if I need to edit a video, that potentially could take 6 hours to edit the video or even more. But sometimes I don't have a chunk of 6 hours, but maybe making a thumbnail could take me 30 minutes. So if I have a 30-minute spare time, I'm gonna jump on the task that is more reasonable for that time slot. And then of course I need to allocate other time to the priority. And some of you guys at this point might be saying, hey, I love taking notes in my phone. My big challenge, and why I do not recommend taking notes or to-do lists in your phone, is that you have to actively go into the application and go look it up. You might have taken 100 different notes in your phone and it gets buried within a week. That week you have not actually moved the ball forward or been reminded what those tasks were. So as a whiteboard, I like to take the whiteboard and put it next to my refrigerator, next to my coffee machine, put it next to my bed, anywhere that I can put the whiteboard so I know exactly what I need to work on, and I can passively see that whiteboard, and it gives me a nice reminder of exactly what I need to do. So the very next thing I like to do is create a deadline. Now that deadline could be a real deadline or an artificial deadline, but deadlines are extremely important to get things done. As a quick example, if I have 6 months to update my resume, how long is it really gonna take me to do? It's gonna take me 6 months because I've given myself 6 months to get it done. If I give myself a week to get my resume done and updated and ready to go, I know I'm gonna get the resume done because I've given myself a deadline. So deadlines can be very important, but make sure that they're realistic deadlines, but deadlines that are actually gonna push the ball forward. Now that we've gotten the whiteboard and we got a deadline, how do we actually get things done? And I feel having accountability is the next level of getting things done. Now for me, I do this YouTube channel, I have a job, and everything that I gotta do, it revolves around helping people. So I might not post the video, but that doesn't necessarily hurt me, but it hurts the people that are counting on me, because I know the content that I create can help and will help change people's lives. So my motivation is you guys, is by creating content and putting it out, and that keeps me on track to get things done. But you may need some other motivation, whether that's a financial motivation, whether that's having a significant other, a family member, or somebody keep you accountable. Definitely find somebody that's going to hold you true to getting things done. Because sometimes it's easy for us to fail ourselves, but it's way harder to fail someone else. And we know exactly what we need to do. It's time to go to work. So what I love to do is grab my phone. I put a 1 hour timer, and then I just put my phone down and I try to grind for 1 complete hour. Now, sometimes it takes me 5-10 minutes to kind of get in the flow and try to figure stuff out, but eventually within that hour, you're gonna start to move in the right direction. And then at the top of the hour, the alarm goes off and I can take a 15-minute break, grab water, check my social media, whatever it is, and then I get back to work. But a lot of the times I find myself about 45 minutes in and I'm completely in the zone. The alarm goes off and then I just snooze it for another hour, and then I keep the ball rolling. So whatever you need to do to actually sit down and get in the flow state, you definitely got to do that, but that's a big thing that I like to do. So on top of that, it's extremely important to minimize as many distractions as possible. And when I was a kid, I loved distracting myself so much that I would end up doing none of the work, and then I would end up taking my lunch break at school with the teacher completing my homework. And what I kept doing was, I'd go clean my room. I gotta make a coffee. I gotta make sure the music's right. And I just keep distracting myself that nothing got done. And all of a sudden, it's time for bed. And try to minimize those distractions as much as possible. Whether you need to put your phone away, you need to go lock yourself in a room, you need to go into the woods, whatever you need to do, minimize those distractions so you can actually get into the flow state and be as productive as possible. And just remember, when it comes down to it and you're trying to live your dream, you do have to put in work, but try to create a system that allows you to be as productive and efficient as possible. But even if you're a professional athlete trying to become the next great thing, you can't just do it by showing up one day. You gotta show up time after time after time until you achieve greatness. So don't expect the road to be super easy. Don't expect the road to be super smooth, but be okay with failing. Be okay with understanding that you didn't do this right. At the end of the day, there's not such thing as a failure, but a learning opportunity. No matter what you're trying to do, try to find the positives so that you can learn from that. And then to piggyback on that, I love surrounding myself by people who are way smarter than me. Not that I want to be the smartest dude in the room or the dumbest dude in the room, but I do want to learn from other people and surround myself with awesome people. Now, the cool thing about that, not that we're using people, but being able to learn from other people and their mistakes without physically having to experience it, it's definitely going to be a nice little life hack / shortcut, because if we don't have to make those mistakes ourselves, we're just expediting our experience. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is you have to have the courage to put yourself out there. Whatever it is, you have to have the courage. For me, I'm way more comfortable talking to a camera than a group of people, but I still was super insecure about putting videos online, but I had to have the courage to do that. And for me, like I said, it's motivated by helping people. But how am I going to help people if I cannot invest in me, if I don't believe in me, and I don't take a chance on me? So whatever you're doing, whatever your dream life is, take a chance on yourself, have the courage, and put yourself out there. So on that note, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Subscribe to the channel, because I am dedicating this channel to helping you become more awesome and living your dream life. So on that note, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.